whether it was building a shed or building a fence, it's all been therapeutic, and it's allowed me to do something that I would have not if I didn't just take the time off and have that curiosity, right? Because I knew I had the time, I kind of just jumped into it and figured, let me figure out how to build a shed instead of paying for one. And ultimately, it came out better, at least I think, than had it been that I would have just bought one already made.
Yes, you did an incredible job. For that being your first time doing that, you did a really good job.
Yeah.
Well, you also said that I was able to take advantage of work out since we've had the time off, but I think even if I were to get a job, I'm still always going to make time for working out. That's not going to ever be an excuse, and you know that.
Didn't you start before we took the time off? You did, right?
Yeah, I did. I was going hard with the working out.
Yeah.
And I will never, ever stop.
Yeah, because outside
Hopefully.
looking in, one can think, oh, you're just taking time off, so you're not working. Though I wouldn't see it as that, because it's not as though we're not working as far as on paper, right? But for ourselves, we were, because we've been working on different things. And so it's been in some ways more productive having taken the time off than as to if we were to have been busy working full hours these last couple of years.
Some people might look at it, and maybe the older generation might look at it as lazy, or they may not understand it, but I think I'm just thankful we had the means to take off for the 2 years. It was good. Just like I'm glad that you said that we weren't just not doing anything. We were still trying to be productive. It's not as though we were just sitting around doing absolutely nothing.
Yes, doom scrolling.
I couldn't do that. I really couldn't. I don't think anybody would be able to do. I mean, I'm pretty sure actually some people might be able to do that, but
you can do it, but only for so long.
Yeah.
I could see how maybe one could get lost in that, and only do that. But yeah, for me, I was able to take full advantage of the time and also appreciate the time, because I knew that we were in a good space, that we were able to do it.
Yeah.
And so had we what am I trying to say here? I knew we were in a good position to be able to do it, and so in the moment I appreciate it now. And it wasn't as though I was just taking it as like, oh well, it's
You appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it too. And I know that if we really wanted to, we could take another year off if we wanted to, but as you know, I don't think we will. I am thankful though, and I will always make sure that I'm working out consistently.
Yeah.
That's never, like I said, that's never going to stop. And I'm sure you doing research on things are never going to stop either, even when you do start.
Well, everybody does research.
Oh, do they? Everybody does do research on.
Everybody uses Google. Everybody does. But I think for me is that I was trying to become knowledgeable at whatever it is I favor.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
And not just because, in a way, I do favor learning random facts that will never help me in any way, unless I was on Jeopardy or something. So and it's obscure facts too. I would never in the real world use them, and so thankfully that's not all I do. I try to become, as I'm saying, knowledgeable in something. For me, and I keep on saying this repeatedly, but as long as I'm learning something, then I find myself I'm good. If I'm not learning and if I'm stagnant, then I quickly become not frustrated, because that's...
Yeah, you don't become frustrated.
No, not frustrated, but I guess antsy.
I was going to say that.
Like, I want to learn
something. That's a good quality to have, though.
Yeah.
I think I do I like learning things too. I especially like to learn about, as you know, skincare and what workouts I can do to target a specific muscle.
Yeah.
I do like doing research.
Well,
like that.
I thought what was pretty neat is when I started seeing you jotting down all these workouts, certain type of workouts that you would do, and sometimes you would rearrange it and do it differently. But what really had me kind of
I was gonna say in awe.
Yeah.
That might be too much.
No, it was because I was thinking, man, that's pretty cool that she knows what all the, is it forms?
Yeah, I guess so.
Or certain.
Just certain.
Yeah, what they are.
Work certain muscles. But I think I was doing that more in the beginning, and now I kind of have it, because I've been doing it for almost 3 years. I kind of have it just ingrained in my mind.
Yeah.
Of what to do and what not to do and all that.
Yeah.
But it's been a learning experience. Having 2 years off it's been interesting to me. I never thought it would have happened. Actually, now that I think about it, I never thought I would be having 2 years off of a job.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting to me.
But I know if one were to see it as being lazy, first off, I know that I'm not.
No, I know too.
I can't tell you the last time I missed a day. I'm extremely reliable.
You are.
I have been known to go into work dog sick because I'm just stubborn as that, which is not good either, because then you're putting other colleagues in jeopardy because
but
you're so stubborn about going in. And
well, yeah, I said you wore a face mask, but sometimes I don't even know if a face mask really even have done anything. But you would go in sick. You never missed a day ever.
Well, it's not just that job. It's several jobs.
Yeah,
where I've always just been I can't tell you, I kid you not, the last time I had called in, it's probably been, if I had to guess, well over like 12 years, 15 years. And that's just me guessing. It's probably ever. I don't think I've ever, because I haven't had a family emergency yet where because I would do it. It's not as though if something came up of importance that
you would keep
I would be stubborn and like, no, I have to be to work. It'd be like, okay, this is what it is now. Something came up and I can't be there, but somehow that hasn't happened. And so, I do feel that if somebody were to feel if somebody were to feel that I feel that you feel.
We need help talking.
No.
Oh man.
I know that I'm not lazy. In fact, I'm extremely reliable. But also on top of that, I feel most importantly, I'm learning.
I know that's extremely important for you, is to learn. And I think that's a great quality that you have. I would say I'm a reliable person too. I've barely missed any days of work.
Yeah. Because our previous job, we had it together and we
working just like this.
Yeah, side by side.
Side by side.
Literally where we could touch each other. I don't know how that happened. But it did.
Yeah.
And
actually, that job is what helped us be able to save a lot. And
we're hoping that in the future we can also work together, as bizarre as that may seem to some other couples. Because
some people don't understand. I know when we were working, they're like, I don't know how you guys can work together.
Yeah.
It's like, well, maybe because we just we get along.
Yeah, we get along.
But I understand it. Maybe, obviously, some couples, some couples don't get along, but you and I mean...
You know, all we want to do is hang out.
Yeah, we do.
It's,
I mean, we spent 2 years together.
I try to be
24/7.
cautious of that too, just because I would never want to come off as rubbing it in others' faces as though, oh, well, we could, trying to portray the perfect.
No, we already established our relationship is far from perfect. But I get what you mean.
Yeah, but it's far from bad either, because then that makes it sound like we're getting into tips and stuff. It's like, oh no, we're not perfect at all.
Well, when we do get into tips,
we're good.
Yeah, when we do get into tiffs, we're just like, okay, whatever. It's not even that big of a deal, because life is too short to be fighting all the time. Yeah. But I know some couples can't work together.
Yeah. So just to give you some insight, our tiffs are something as this, where I'll be upset.
You upset?
Yeah, because I can't find anything. Because you're always.
Yeah, I have a problem with that.
If I put something down and I'm trying to find where I left it, it will no longer be there, and so because of that, I don't know where anything's at, and so that's when I have to get her to tell me where she puts something at. And what's frustrating to me is that sometimes there's no, to me, any logic to how some things are placed, because I'll think, okay, well, all the electronics should be there, but for some reason there'll be one electronic here with all this other stuff, and so I'll think that doesn't make sense, but okay. And so
that's actually, I could see that being extremely annoying, of you putting something somewhere and then I'm moving it, and then I don't even tell you where I move it. I can admit that. I do have a problem. Sometimes it's
but
that's
those
really
are our tips.
But when you say that, when you get upset, usually I'll say sorry, and then bam, okay, it's whatever. But then I'll do it again.
So rest assured, there's no domestic violence, at least yet. At least yet.
There's no. Okay, actually, that wasn't that fun. But that was funny that you said that there's no domestic violence. Of course, there's not.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing I'm not laughing because of that, because obviously domestic violence is very serious. But no, not between us.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that happens.